Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Michael Love and Freedom. Hey, let's go out and let's have a chat today. I'm going to tell you guys some very important information that you guys may want to take in consideration when you're out scheduling and booking your transportation. So let's walk out here and I'm going to tell you guys a little story. And this is a true story, guys. So let's go. All right, guys, we're out here on the balcony once again in my favorite spot, especially when we're traveling. I'm sitting out here on the balcony in Boca Chica, Dominican Republic, and I wanted to tell you guys about this experience, and it happened quite a few times, guys, but I just didn't bring it to the forefront. And before we get started, guys, if you could do me a favor, please make sure you hit that bell and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure that you share the video, like the video, and do all that great stuff, so we can grow and help us with the algorithm, guys. But moving forward, all right, we experienced last week, guys, and it happened before in the past, as I told you, when calling for Uber. We travel most of the time. I use Uber, and a lot of people say they don't use Uber and they use taxis or they have personal drivers or whatever it may be when they're traveling to different countries, and that's fine, to each his own. But I do what works best for us, and we, so far, out of the 10 countries we traveled to, we haven't had any problem, thank God, with Uber drivers. And I find that Uber is quite safer than just taking your local taxi, because anybody can make fake identification saying they're taxis, and we had quite a few problems with that in the past, where guys just hang around at the airport or places and said they're a taxi and actually want to ride. I personally don't take those rides. Safety is always paramount with me when we are traveling, but I normally always use Uber. And the reason why I use Uber, guys, I tell you, Uber is very, very strict when you are a passenger in a vehicle. Just to give you a quick incident that happened just the other day. The driver was taking us on a trip, and he needed some gas. He stopped. We was at the gas station for quite a while. Uber sent me a message, say, "Are you okay? Do we need to call for help?" And stuff like that, because they have your location, they pin you, they know where you're at, and that is great for me. I have no problem with that. But the reason why I wanted to come on here and tell you guys about a quick important tip was that here we've experienced, here in the Dominican Republic, I can't even talk, we have experienced issue where we, especially if we at a resort. Now, resorts, those who stayed at resorts know most of them are gated communities, and they cater to the tourist people, and they up the prices on things, and they people that don't mind just throwing away their money like that, they have no issue with it. But you got to be careful if you are booking a Uber within those type of private area sectors, because Uber can show up, you can book your ride, you're there waiting on your Uber ride, you get it normally tell you estimated cost of your ride, you waiting on your driver, you know who your driver is, you know their license plates, you know their name, you can also see on the app how close they are to you, you can see their GPS, their location or whatever. For what we've seen, most of the drivers are sit still, and you can see they're not moving for a long period of time. Take note, if the driver start trying to communicate with you through the app, sending you messages saying, "Hello, where are you going?" and all this and all that up front, that driver is trying to find out where you're going. He can see where you're going pretty much, but he's trying to fish you a little bit. And what I do is, as soon as they start talking about where you're going and this and that, I just say, if you're not able to pick me up, can you please cancel? Or I'll request during the app of the Uber app to find me another driver and tell them the driver too far off or whatever it may be. Because this is what's going to happen, guys. The driver going to show up. The driver going to ask you. Now they have a safety code pin now that they ask you for the code, the pin, so they know that's you and you're getting in the right Uber. And when you get there, the driver gonna ask you, give him your PIN number. When they give the PIN number, they're gonna say, "Oh, you going here? Oh, well, the Uber app is incorrect on their fares because that's too far, and I'm not really gonna make any money off that trip. So I'm gonna have to charge you this much amount of money." No, stop them right there. This is what Uber charges, and that's their job. That's the way I see it, and that's what I'm gonna give them. I may give them a tip. If the driver ordered a tip, I give them a tip at the end of the ride. But it's been known time after time now, guys, that the drivers are trying to up the price on Uber and have you to pay extra money outside of the app. One thing Uber always tell you, they notify them if a driver tries to tell you to cancel the ride or give them cash money for your safety. That's the reason why they do it, guys. So please be safe out here when taking an Uber. And I know a lot of people say Uber is illegal in certain areas. Uber is illegal from a certain area because of taxi drivers and other transportation are trying to veto them. But Uber is not. If that app is working in that area, then Uber is not illegal. Say Uber via Uber, because you wouldn't even be able to book a Uber ride if it was illegal. The driver wouldn't even be able to locate you. They wouldn't even have your PIN number. You wouldn't have a PIN number, and it would not work. So just be careful when they say it's illegal. It's not illegal. It's just that they're trying to keep the taxi drivers and other public transportation busier than Uber. So I hope this helped you guys to understand how it works when you're out taking an Uber ride. Please be careful. Please be careful. Make sure that you govern yourself accordingly, stay safe, and travel and have fun, guys. Just a quick story I had to tell you guys. And also, if the driver asks you where you're going, once again, do not explain to them where you're going because they can see that in the app, guys. And do not cancel your safe ride with Uber and pay the driver under the table. I appreciate you guys watching as always. Until the next one. Bye now. Peace. One love.